Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Somatic Psychologist. My name is Melanie. I'm a psychologist, psycho, and trauma therapist. And on this channel, I'm doing somatic embodiment exercises where we are learning how to regulate the nervous system, but also to embody emotions. So, increasing the tolerance for negative emotions, being better able to hold them and then subsequently to release them, but also create more of a vessel for positive emotions. So today I'd love to do an exercise with you when at times you feel overwhelmed and overstimulated, either by the things you have to do, by decisions you have to make, or simply overstimulated by this digital overload, all these informations, all these impressions coming towards you, and you're feeling anxious and you're feeling overwhelmed, your mind is racing, and it's just too much for you. So how I want us to start first is take some moments to arrive. Notice how you're sitting, how you're leaning. Notice where your body is touching the chair or the sofa underneath you. Feeling the weight. And focus your attention inwards, letting all the things of your outside world just be in this moment, passing by. And notice how your body is feeling. Doing a quick scan from top to bottom, just noticing which parts feel more present or alive in your body, and which parts feel a bit more detached. And from that place now, I want you to think of a situation, either from your past or a recent situation where you felt overstimulated, you felt overwhelmed, and your mind was racing. Where were you? Who were you with? And maybe there was even a point where you felt this overwhelm, this anxiety coming up, either by a thing that was said or a thing that happened. Simply stay with that moment. Notice what's happening in your body. Feeling this anxiety and panic. You can also put your hands either on your shoulders like this or on the upper part of your chest. And stay with that situation. Maybe you can already feel this anxiety or this energy coming up. And if you feel it's getting a lot, then breathe some of the energy out. But try to stay with that situation. In case you feel quite a lot of energy coming up through your chest towards your head, you can put your hands, one hand on your forehead And the second hand, you put 3 fingers on the back of your hand and 2 fingers on the back of your neck, like this, and really holding the back of your hand, the head, with your hands, and really waiting for the brain to regulate itself. Letting the energy calming down again. Once you notice the energy going down again, then just come back to the exercise. But anytime you feel a lot of energy coming up towards your head, do this hand touch on your head. Okay. So stay with that situation. Notice this anxiety in your body, this panic, this freeze. And what I want you to do is give this feeling an expression on your face, this being too much, being overstimulated, your mind full of thoughts racing, and really feel that overwhelm. If you could give that feeling a sound to represent it, what kind of sound would it be? Maybe a cry or the sound of a wounded animal. Just this overwhelm, this being too much. How would it sound? And stay with that uncomfortable feeling. Really set that intention to let it spread in your body, taking up space. I know it might seem counterintuitive, but really by expanding these uncomfortable emotions in our body, we're increasing its tolerance and we're really better able to handle them, and therefore also our cognition, our decision making, and our mood is changing. So let it spread. I'm changing my position to my arms. And feel that overwhelm. And express it on your face. And if you could give this feeling, this sensation, words, if it could speak to you, what would it say? Maybe you would say something like, it's too much. Or, I cannot do this. Whatever words you would choose, speak them. Or, simply by listening to my words. Notice what is changing, giving that feeling some expression. It's too much. I can't do this. We can also change our hand positioning and touch our lower legs. So everything below the knee. So either your calves or the front part of your legs. Touch them and really notice, and really set that intention to let it expand towards your legs, your feet. this feeling of being anxious, overwhelmed, being in freeze. And speak your words again, out loud. I can't do this. It's too much. And now we're slowly stepping back from that feeling, from that sensation. Really increasing the distance to that feeling. How do you feel now thinking of that sensation? Can you still feel its intensity? Or does it feel a bit lighter looking at it from this place we are now? And if you could think now what the opposite of that feeling would be, of this overwhelm, of this freeze, what kind of feeling would that be? Maybe it would be a feeling of freedom, expansion, space, a feeling of being at peace. If you think of that opposite feeling, where in the body can you feel it the strongest? You can also put your hands there, so in whichever place you can feel it the strongest, put your hands there. And stay with that feeling of freedom, space, relaxation. And if this feeling would have a color, what kind of color would it be for you? This feeling of space, freedom, relaxation. Maybe you can also feel it in another part of your body as well, this feeling of freedom. Then you can also put your hands there. And really setting that intention to let this feeling expand, taking up space in your body. And seeing its color, whatever color you've chosen before. Maybe there's also an image coming up of this new opposite feeling. A beach, or a meadow, or your house. Stay with that image and that feeling. now we're slowly coming back. Sensing our new presence, our new self. How do you feel different? What has changed for you? Notice these changes. And from this new place, with these new feelings and sensations, I'm gonna let you go into your day, into your night. It was super lovely having you here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.